Hello, and welcome to another Playhouse review. We're reviewing a show that we saw last night.
What's it called, Phil?
It's called A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, and we saw it here at the Playhouse North.
In Prescot.
In Prescot. They've got music playing in the background at the moment, so I hope that's not a copyright strike.
Well, we'll dub it out, won't we?
We'll try our best.
Yeah.
Tell us if you hear it. We went last night, and we went with a good friend of ours called Diane, who is her first time in Prescot, and first time at the Shakespeare North, and she was bowled over by it.
Yeah.
She was amazed by Prescot, and we showed her around Prescott and everything, and we had a look around it.
Well, I think even more by the theatre, isn't it, and how it was built, and the old techniques they've used with the joists and just structuring it and modelling it.
Yeah, she was really over the moon with the theatre itself.
Yeah, fascinating.
Anyway, Happy New Year to you all. Just before we start.
What are we in now, 2023?
2023, years are going by, aren't they? So, okay.
What do you think? What did you think about
our
it?
review of last night?
Do you want me to give a quick review of mine? Because mine will be shorter than yours.
Will it?
But it will be to the point. And
first of all, before you see our reviews, we did a little bit of footage on the iPhone last night, and during the interval. So I'm going to put that up now. You can have a look at that, and then we'll do our review.
Yeah.
Is that fair enough?
That's good.
Okay. That's what we'll do.
That'll be good.
Christmas Carol at the Shakespeare North
Prescot. I love it. I think it's refreshing.
I think it's lovely. It's brilliant. It's very funny.
It's here at A Christmas Carol, and it's absolutely fantastic.
What I've enjoyed really is that they're actually playing the musical instruments.
Okay, that's the half-time verdict. We'll see what we feel at the end.
Okay, well, you know something about how we felt about the show now, but we're going to go into a bit of detail about how it was.
I loved it, actually. I mean, we've seen the one at the RSC as well, which was a very traditional cast, and 40 of them on stage.
Yeah.
But this last night just blew me away, because there were four members of the cast.
Just four people.
Just four people. And they actually enacted all the characters in Christmas Carol in some respect. But there were four wonderful actors. They took power of the stage, and it was a wonderful production. It was very humorous. There was a lot of comedy in there. Wonderful musicians as well. Beautifully played instruments, and just a great interpretation.
It was
of the Christmas Carol.
Yeah. I mean, imagine that. You know, you've got four people playing the role of 40 people. Literally. And, if you compare it to the RSC in Stratford, it's the other end of the artistic spectrum as far as theatre is concerned. Whereas you've got a traditional kind of like to the book virtually interpretation of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, and then you've got this off-the-wall, inventive, creative, all kinds of stuff in there.
It was off the wall, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was. It was part of it was pantomime. Part of it was little in jokes. There's a bit of improvisation there, I noticed as well.
The songs and the musicianship was really fabulous.
It was,
and just the humour and the storytelling as well of it all.
Yeah,
and just how they pulled it together was quite eventful.
Yeah,
really refreshing.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
And just in the opening scene of the stage in the cockpit, it just a beautiful sense that it was still Christmas, even though it was 12th night officially. It was the 6th of Jan, which marks the end of the Christmas festivities.
Yeah,
and it just
night.
felt right to be
12th night was the most important day of the Elizabeth calendar, Tudor calendar,
yeah.
and it was that's why Shakespeare wrote the play Twelfth Night.
Yeah.
Because it's a night when it's the Lord of Misrule and all hell breaks loose basically, and they have a real party on 12th, most important day.
And I think all the superior and submissive roles are reversed, aren't they, as well?
Yeah, there was a lot of that. There was a lot of cross-dressing going on and all kinds of stuff going on.
No, I'm talking about 12th Night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why Shakespeare sort of like revelled in that. His plays were very much.
I suppose the plays didn't. Yeah, they portrayed that a lot, didn't
I'm
they?
not saying that happened last night, by the way. There was a bit of cross-dressing as well, a bit of gender identification things going on.
Which was great. Yeah,
good. It was very good. Yeah. It was very northern, I'd say. It was a very northern.
It was very northern.
Production.
It was a bit raucous, a bit mayhem.
Yeah.
But it must be the very first production of Christmas Carol I've seen that made me belly laugh and almost cry with laughing.
Yeah.
It was just so funny.
It was, wasn't it?
Humorous, and you can tell a story in that way.
Yeah.
And
also,
it was a very light-hearted interpretation of it.
I've got to say a special mention to the sound designer and the lighting technician.
The lighting was beautiful.
The lighting was beautiful. The sound was fantastic. I love the all-around sound effects that were coming in.
And I thought
it really added to it.
Were perfect. You couldn't fault it. It was the musicianship was absolutely.
There was also a bit of street theatre in there. I thought there was a bit of street theatre stuff going on there. You know, the ad-libbing and the spontaneity. It felt very spontaneous and natural. I mean, these were young people. These were young actors and musicians, and they did a fantastic job to hold the stage for over 2 hours.
Only 4, and it was great. Yeah, and there were some comical scenes where they were trying to interpret various roles.
Yeah.
And it was just like a big meltdown of where are all these characters going to come in?
Yes, I know. Yeah, it was great.
And who's playing Tiny Tim?
Yeah. Who was your standout performer for you?
The lady who played the Ghost of Christmas Past.
Yeah, what was her name?
Do you know what?
We can flash her name up.
I have got all the names here, and you know what? I can't get the connection.
No, okay. We'll flash the names up of the performers because I think a special mention to them. It was great. It finishes tonight, by the way.
Zoe West
in the foyer here.
Zoe West played Scrooge, and amongst another ream of characters.
Yeah, there's a show going on.
But they all played multiple characters in some respect.
Yeah. There's a show going on at the moment, so.
And I can't get the other guys up on phone.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I do apologise. Just flash everyone's name up.
Don't worry. I'll cut that out, by the way, because you know what?
I remember the surnames. I think I remember Westbury. Is it Middleton?
Mr. Middleton.
And someone else.
Anyway,
another Abigail, was it? Oh.
So
the name thing.
Let's do a theatre rating on this production, Catherine. Out of 10. What would you give it? Well, we know what you gave it last night,
which was no heaven. So there you go. I'll stick by that because I just loved the newness of it. As I say, I've never seen an interpretation so comical and raucous and just very organic and just lovely. It was just a lovely interpretation, and I think all the actors had a wonderful, interrelationship with each other. They all performed really well, and
the theatre goers seemed to like it, didn't they?
Yeah, we got a few comments.
We did.
Yes.
So that's an 11 from you.
That's an 11 from me.
In one word.
In one word, how can I sum it up? I can't use one word. I would say hysterically funny, joyous, and magical.
Okay, I'll try.
I can't use one word.
I'll put that up.
Hysterically funny, joyous.
Hysterically funny, magical, and joyous. 11
Make that
stars.
into an anagram.
On the other hand, my out of 10, I'm going to give it 8.
You're going to give it an 8.
So that's much better than I gave the RSC. If you want to see our review of the RSC, I'll put a link on this
And
video.
why have you reached an 8?
Well, if I gave it a 10, there'd
Yeah.
be no room to go anywhere with it and no room for improvement, so I can't possibly give it a 10. I think it would have worked better if they had 40 actors on stage doing all the different parts.
Don't
But
be
then
silly.
there's probably half the audience would have been on stage.
The audience participation was good, though.
We like the audience participation. We like the snowball fight, and all the pantomimic elements was
Yeah.
quite funny.
It worked well with Christmas Carol.
Yeah,
I think.
and
Yeah.
for a northern audience, I think it went down really well. It was
Yeah.
good. So this is the theatre. The Northern Playhouse has a unique opportunity to be the cauldron of theatrical experimentation and invention. And I think that's what it's doing, isn't it? It's carving out that niche. Whereas the other two Shakespeare theatres are a bit straitjacketed. They have a certain
Yeah,
audience.
they have a certain audience. They deliver a certain production.
The North don't. There's no audience here.
I think the National Theatre does.
The audience
but
is
not-
building. This is
yeah.
very much the National Theatre of the North, I would
I
say.
think so.
I would call
say
it that, would you?
And even in the design of it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Brutalist architecture.
No, beautifully brutalist, though.
Yeah, it is. So I hope you've enjoyed this review, and if you did, then give us a thumbs up on the old YouTube channel. Subscribe to our channel, the little bell notifications and stuff like that. It helps the algorithms. It helps us get better.
You mean the artificial intelligence?
Yeah, all of that stuff.
I didn't think they need any help.
Oh, you need a lot of help, Kat. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. And if you did, then do all that stuff and leave a comment, because we like reading your comments. And we'll be back shortly with another chat or review
Okay.
as the time goes by.
So Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Have a good one in 2023.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Bye
Bye-bye.
now.
Bye.